The Laws of Human Nature by Robert Greene is a captivating exploration into the dynamics of human behavior and the underlying forces that shape our actions. Greene meticulously dissects the aspects of human nature, drawing from historical examples, psychological studies, and philosophical insights to provide a comprehensive guide on understanding and harnessing these laws to achieve personal and professional success. The Law of Irrationality. Greene starts by addressing how emotions often overpower our rational thinking. He uses historical figures like Queen Elizabeth I, who navigated her emotional impulses, as a model for mastering emotional self-control. The Law of Narcissism. This law delves into the natural narcissistic tendencies of humans. Greene uses the example of the famous pilot Charles Lindbergh to illustrate how unchecked narcissism can lead to downfall, emphasizing the need for self-awareness and empathy. The Law of Role-Playing. Greene discusses how people wear masks and play roles, often unconsciously. The story of the con artist Alves dos Reis, who faked being a part of the Portuguese government, exemplifies how people can manipulate their image to deceive others. The Law of Compulsive Behavior. This law focuses on people's repetitive and compulsive patterns. Greene uses the example of the poet Samuel Coleridge, whose addictive personality traits were both a curse and a creative boon, to illustrate how understanding compulsions can lead to better self-control and insight into others. The Law of Covetousness. Greene explores the human tendency to desire what others have. He cites the rivalry between scientists Isaac Newton and Robert Hooke to demonstrate how envy and competition can drive people to extraordinary achievements but also to destructive behaviors. The Law of Short-sightedness. This law addresses our focus on immediate gratification over long-term benefits. The political career of Josephine Bonaparte shows how impulsive decisions can lead to downfall, while long-term thinking leads to lasting success. The Law of Defensiveness. Greene examines how people often react defensively to perceived threats, usually to their detriment. He illustrates this with the story of the Ming dynasty's fall, where defensiveness led to stagnation and eventual collapse. The Law of Self-sabotage. This law explores how individuals often sabotage their own success due to deep-seated fears and insecurities. Marilyn Monroe's life story serves as an example of how internal struggles can undermine one's achievements. The Law of Repression. This focuses on the aspects of our personality that we repress or hide. Greene uses the example of the poet Walt Whitman, who embraced his contradictory traits, to show how acknowledging and integrating these traits can lead to a fuller, more authentic existence. The Law of Envy. Greene delves into the destructive power of envy and how it can be disguised. He cites the biblical story of Joseph and his brothers to illustrate how envy can be both harmful and a source of motivation. The Law of Grandiosity. This law discusses the dangers of grandiose fantasies and how they can detach us from reality. The case of Howard Hughes exemplifies the destructive potential of unchecked grandiosity. The Law of Gender Rigidity. Greene argues that rigid gender roles can limit personal growth and understanding. He uses the example of Margaret Thatcher, who balanced masculine and feminine traits, to demonstrate the power of transcending traditional gender norms. The Law of Aimlessness. The final law addresses the lack of direction in many people's lives. Greene uses the philosopher Friedrich Nietzsche's concept of the eternal recurrence to encourage readers to live life as if their actions would repeat indefinitely, thus giving their lives purpose and direction. Throughout the book, Greene weaves these laws with practical advice, encouraging readers to cultivate self-awareness, understand others' motivations, and use this knowledge to navigate social environments effectively. The Laws of Human Nature is both an enlightening and practical guide, offering deep insights into what drives human behavior and how to harness these drives to achieve personal and professional success.